Fuck me gently in the right seam, not the left. I mean, you can bump me.
All right, look, it's us.
It's me's and his. It's them.
I don't know. Do you see us? This is it.
This is the.
We're starting low and slow. This is our podcast. We don't even call it a podcast.
I correct the language when he does the wrong thing.
We're. I don't know what it is, man.
It's low is not
it's
low.
It's a fucking love cast.
It's a love me too.
So come in. Join us.
Comes to me and comes to you.
All right. So what are we doing?
Okay. So we're talking about your friend, the guy, right? Your friend that you know that you love so much. That it's about the jumping of the. To the 5D.
So we're talking about quantum everything, quantum jumping.
Quantum leaping to the place where we are.
Bert Goldman. Quantum jumping.
Obviously, he was an alchemist.
Going up, right? Connecting to
Where's the gold
a future
guy?
you.
Where's the gold guy? And you act like you don't know, Johnny, but this is what they're all talking about. The future you is the future selves. Yes, highly advanced in this place where they're projecting the reality here, where they think we're trapped, where people think you're trapped, or they say you're trapped, but there's no traps. The trapdoor's in front of you. Gentlemen, guys, ladies, people, just know that the trapdoor's there. This Johnny, he thinks he's trapped, he thinks he's broke, he thinks he's a security guard. Isn't that a joke?
We are
very joking.
We are
the masters of our own domain.
We have stepped into
the most important thing is that the now happened on February 15th at 10:55. I was on the phone with the Josie. Josie made fun of me, so I was like, wow, Joe, in the nows that arrives, you make fun of this guy. But I'm Lumerian with many Lumerians inside, a council of Lumerians, and they've been in contact with all the powers that exist in this domain, saying the aliens have been here for a long time. We're all aliens. Lumerians were known to be here forever. So, working with the tribes and all of that, why would they say we were not? When actually it was known that we were, and never taken out of the histories, like the animals that were here that are not allowed, the unicorns that danced and played with the folks and were so happy that they said never were. So much of the history has been underneath the ocean, and now it's rising up. The water will recede, and it just won't be there. Well, how does that happen? Well, there's lots of ways that could. But the machines they've invented and brought here require a lot of water for cooling. But could they use salt water for that? Well, they'll have to if they don't have other water, don't they? So, anyways, the information comes through to this tribe first, because we're the tribe of one. The ones are the one, and we get to be rock stars this run, and we were created that. Because being a rock star is very fun. Johnny's a rock star, and he's a poet, see? The beats, and the beats go on. My grandfather talked this way. Who is he? My family doesn't know. They knew that if they didn't document it, it would be gone. It would be quickly gone. And lost? Nothing's lost. Unless it goes into what? A black hole. Ooh, spooky, spooky. But why would you do that? Why would you create it? Well, the Lumerians did. They created that thing. Once, twice, to see how many. They did it. And anything that's created on this earth is always created. It's always here. The recipes of everything exist within a code that's there, because it is always. It leaves a residue. We couldn't get rid of it. And we knew that it was not correct to do that thing. And one of our people did. He made it. And he feels very bad. And he thinks he has to have his head cut off and rolled down the mountain and all that stuff. I met him when they were rolling north. It was rolling north. It was this wave going across everything. This destructive force that has been in the myth structure. That's a distortion. And it's underneath the mountain. Name what it is. The Mayan death gods. They're under there. And they were rolling north too. And we stopped them once in this round. So what happens in the final 17 years this one gave us? 17 more years. 17 cycles. Is that the number? Well, 17 is the number right now. We needed more.
You'll look back and you'll see this. Just for your Earth reference, this is being recorded at 9:03 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, being recorded, but not live, no?
We're not live. Not yet.
We upload.
We will go live.
Okay.
This is April 30th, 2024.
We're on the 30.
And
last night it was the 17th, because he said there's no magic trick. I'm like, John, are you fucking doing the what is wrong with you?
Kids. No magic.
I said, you know how hard I've had to work in this? Oh my God, you people. People can be real the dense ones, okay? Thinking they have to speak this language of slavery is not the thing, okay? If I speak like this, doesn't mean you come and kill me. Doesn't mean you demean me or dance on top of my grave. Because you already killed me because I talk like this. You don't get to, you see. You don't. Not this time. I can have my thirds open. The eye here can be all over the Horus place. You don't get to put me against a tree and burn me on fire. No. Anyways, every time you tried, I took off flying through the sky. It's known that my people do this. See, we fly at the speed of light. We're not been blind, and we never were. We live with the tribes, the Hopi, who have predicted that this is the end of Earth 4, okay? Just get the information. But this thing, the garbage thing that they created, the internet is known to be a death trap if you don't get it correct. And Johnny's been helping me, and it's this thing. We have to have this discernment around the information.
Well, you were talking about the labyrinth, and that's how
the labyrinth,
the paradigm that we're leaving.
The labyrinth,
you don't leave the labyrinth.
Exactly. The pagans have been incorrect. They know it. It's a trap. It's a trap, a labyrinth thing that you go around and around forever. No, then it means you don't get out. And this saying that it's a simulation, that's okay to be a simulation because they do it a lot of times. But that means that being here has not been easy, though. It's a hard kind of living, scrap. Doing this where they work jobs that you don't want to do, that's a prison camp. I mean, just look at it what it is. It's not defined in terms of the outcome. This is the one when everybody arrives again. Is that a tricky thing? 8 billion people, that's a lot on the planet.
And this is what I do, right? I do my job. Actually, I like my job. And
but he's not a security guard, this guy. He could have lots of jobs, and he'd job the best job. In quantum, we reach for the best, and then we reach higher for the best of the best.
I mean, even as I realize that it's completely ridiculous to be guarding handbags.
That's ridiculous for him because he's been the king of all of creation.
Yeah, but
yes, to say that he's raw is not giving him a raw deal.
And yet,
that raw is.
I enjoy it, but while I'm there, I write.
He writes and he pines for the ladies. He cares for them.
I don't pine. I notice.
He notices the ladies that he loves. He's surrounded by the ones he's always been.
But I ask myself this question, 2 related questions. What is work? What is my work?
His work is the stuff that I tell him that he could make as much money right now immediately to do the things that we do. And Johnny's not Johnny, you see. Johnny's the one that wants to be security guard. This one is the king of art, Mr. Art.
But this is the thing I did. I said to myself, okay, well, what if this is actually, this is the thing.
What if there is magic? The magic trick that says you
no.
don't have to have
Who's the guy? I don't know. Is it Nietzsche?
Nietzsche. He's the nihilist.
When he talks about the eternal recurrence of the present or whatever, where he's saying if you can.
The trapdoors there, just get out.
No, if you can actually be with. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and not resisting it.
Yeah, that's fine, but that means that there comes a moment when you get out, okay? We don't have to do the unpleasant forever.
No, I'm all for
that. Just because you can't do the unpleasant thing doesn't mean you have to.
No, but I'm just saying there is a certain kind of magic
There's two sides.
Resisting.
There's 2 sides to the coin until you don't have to flip it anymore. Then you just don't flip coins. Then you just live in the now that is the pleasure because you're not choosing the pain.
The guy just dropped.
You don't have to be pain. I mean, we know that pleasure and pain are very close together, and so is marriage and is love and hate. Yeah, that's 2 sides of.
I love that 2 sides.
But how about if we just say, "Hey, Johnsy, I love you. I can't call you Johnny because Johnny doesn't love me. He wants to put me in a prison camp. So let's just not be with Johnny. Let's be with the Mr. Art, Mr. X, Mr. calling himself anything but the Johnny that's the security guard."
Anyway.
I mean, we have to love them all, of course we do, but we can choose to be the one who's really the lover.
But this is the point that I came to. I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm doing my writing. I'm going out and performing it.
Everything's the writing. Writing is the best.
And I'm doing my little job. And could I just do that instead of having to think that I need to make my living and make the money?
Make the living
doing my poetry, artwork, whatever.
He'd rather be.
That's great. I guess that's better. I don't know.
He's the magician.
More money, more problems.
He's the Oz behind the thing.
What?
And the witches, they get landed on because they're doing hexing on each other.
There's a lot to be said for
magic. The magic trick.
No, there's a lot to be said for
magic. Magic.
Not resisting.
Or magic.
Letting that shit flow through you.
Or just
becoming
magic.
Porous.
It's all magic.
Opening up the spaces in between your
magic is real.
Your cells.
Magic is real. This one says.
Let that shit flow
this
through
one says, "I need to know. I need to see." I said, "Well, you just did the pagan dance that makes sure that you do see, Johnny."
Your words are spells. Be careful.
And the words are magic tricks. Each one of them, magic. Yeah. Defining things as this or that forever, and this thing in books and places. That was the magic trick done wrong. See, because everything's moving and shifting and changing. And if you can't seize the day, seize the moment that the changing is always, then they put you in a box and they put you in prison. They did when they made the books that said, this is this forever, this thing is this, and it's not that thing. That's a trickery of a fuck job, okay? That's when they put the prison camps in place and they burned you in an oven. And yeah, the magic's a moment, and then the moment's everything. So thinking that it's a moment when we have to, well, you do have to hold in this understanding that it's unlimited potential forever. Now, humanity said no on the 15th at 10:55. They said no, and they've said no, and then Johnny gave them 17 more. More turns and twists, and it doesn't even have to look, and it won't, because we are in now returned. So in the now, it's not going to be the now of then. The prison camp is over. Yes. So if you want it and you see it and you feel it, it's yours. But don't want the bad thing. Don't want the bad thing for your brother. Don't create the nasty, because nasty does not transcend and is not supported in this time.
And it's not necessary.
It's
because we're not living in a zero-sum world.
We already experienced it, and you looked at it for a long time.
It's so much bigger than that.
The bloody mess you already saw. Do you want to see it again?
You want to go to war?
No, we don't do this anymore.
Huh?
No, we're done with it.
What?
So it's over that,
What?
and now it's the mystery returns.
The masters of war.
The mystery is here, and the
who wins?
Sacred returned, and it went down the road, and it walked, and it said, "I think I go back to where I came from." And now we do send with this, and we instantly us, okay? And to UPC, the orb in the room, the orb is here.
I asked the question, and here's the most important question.
Yeah.
Better with the jacket on or with the jacket off? You see what I mean?
It depends on if you're hot or if you're cold.
Huh.
Best is this.
Better with the jacket on, better with the jacket off.
Or in the thing that you make yourself that you paint, and it says, X marks the spots. The spots on the walls.
Wait a minute.
The spots on the walls he painted in there, and it creates this paradigm of shifting.
Look.
Sizing.
Hello?
Oh, X is the thing that he creates, but when we paint it on the clothes...
JohnnyX marks the spot.
But not when it's printed by a company from China. It doesn't have the power at all than when you paint it on yourself.
Yeah. Well, you have a point. Here's a point.
But see, this is the thing he's adjusting to, is the fact that we don't buy anything new. We create it from what's here, the source.
Right. We are, what are we doing? We're
redefining the environment to not include the stuff that hurts and kills people.
Right. Keeping it clean. And which, by the way, I'll mention it here on the podcast.
Machine.
We are moving towards non-toxic painting products.
Oh, and the machine is the machine. And
keeping
the song
it clean.
Is that I kissed him in
water-based.
I kissed Machine in a cab, babes, and that's the number one hit in 56 million galaxies right now.
All right, so if you like what we're doing here, we're going to keep on doing it. Join us.
Yes, and do it.
That's episode number 1.
But you already did, you see.
Don't listen with your ears. That's all I'm saying.
It already happened. Wow.
And
do you see this, John? In the machine camera that you do, the thing that you need to see is right there. Do you see? Right there.
That's us. And thank you.
I'm asking.
Final word?
That was the question that's right there. You see, right there at the cams.
It's us. It's us
no, it's
and
right
you.
There, actually, it's the dimension you're looking for. It's the proof you need is right there on that camera.
All right. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.